Hello, my name's Koromokimo, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. Last time we left off, was dealing with a bit of a giant princess issue. And I was kind of quiet the whole time, because I was just captured by what was going on. One second, gotta change the plugins. And there we go. There's that one. Okay. And then this one needs to come over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, I was totally just, I could barely even talk. I loved it. It was great. Alright, approach the mirror. Silence as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. And they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Why is my hand dripping? No, that's feather. No. Something is very wrong here. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. So, I did have, something else to say. I plan on doing 2 episodes of Dredge and then 1 episode of Slay the Princess until either one of them are finished. Once Slay the Princess is finished, or once Dredge is finished, I'll probably be doing the DLC stuff along with Dredge. But I'm trying to consider what game I should do next. I think I'm going to go for Inscription next. Not the Casey's mod stuff, but just basic Inscription. Whoa, hello there. Why is it moving around? Well, whatever. Proceed to the cabin. That's, you're at the cabin. I don't believe that's a cabin. I think that's a head. Just, so, yeah, head with arms on it. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah. Well, more or less than you were. I don't know how to say that. You're just a head. I like the arms are moving the mouth. That's kind of cool.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Yeah.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Yeah. Just like people sometimes feel like what they're saying is not living up to what they're trying to actually say. And the vessels that carry far more meaning, just like this one, the Apotheosis, which was near God, was very, very different than the last one I brought you. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
So, I understand the contradictions and conflicts inside. The familiarities, maybe like habits that they share? Maybe.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Ever changing.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That's reasonable.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Because I'm the only one here. No. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Reasonable. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Okay.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel, the Apotheosis? I bet.
This one sits at the cusp of awakening,
Eh?
a new god waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
You've said that, and you've also said a clever heart, which was the trust one. Blind trust.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
That's good. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see.
Okay.
I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me.
Right?
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Yeah.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Okay. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kill her. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. Oh. Everything goes dark, and you die. I keep forgetting that's gonna happen. Chapter 1. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. The end. If I were to silently. No. Have you considered that I'm okay with it?
Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No. The end of the world. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't. Alright. I'm not a turn around and leave type of person. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Well, that's pretty straight to the point. Can't you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Let's go. I'm not taking
you make your
the
way
knife.
up the short path to the cabin.
Not this time.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Can't remember what I've
The
done.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, before I continue, as far as weekend days, probably going to do like multiplayer day for one of them, and every so often I will be putting out a video, just kind of showing off a new game, that kind of thing. but not really playing it to its fullest extent. I'm going to go for games that are usually like roguelikes, things like that. One of the games I had in mind was Heroes of Hammerwatch, Ultimate Edition, and that is a lot of fun by yourself or with other people. I thoroughly enjoy it, so I'll be showing that off a little bit.
The blade is your implement.
Uh-huh.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Uh-huh. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Okay.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Yeah.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your
I've
life.
heard that before.
Don't let it
I don't
fool
think
you.
I have.
It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
A lie? I'm not here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. Just checking in on you. Oh, there's two different I'm here to save you. No, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come
Okay.
downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Uh-huh.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Why is it capitalized? Hold on, let's talk a bit first. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. That's a very different look than I'm used to. What's your name?
Oh.
Why?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So Princess is your... So is Princess your name, or...
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
That's not answering my question. You seem to be unsure.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
What? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. No, let's do If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Bullshit. That has plenty to do with everything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
That is very relevant. What has she been eating and drinking?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Thank you, Hero, for agreeing with me. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. Let's do that one.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Yes.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Uh-huh.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Okay.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen.
I'm guessing you nod that off. You gonna eat that?
Is it just me, or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think it did. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over? She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there, letting her bleed out. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over?
Oh, you coward!
Oh, shut up.
No, I don't think we can.
Is she on my upper left?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
What? I mean, we could lock her down here. That is an option. Now, let's finish
eyes
this.
Dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
I was intent on coming down here to actually, like, free her, but I guess this is what I'm doing now?
Where is she?
Close the door behind me.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Okay. I'll wait.
Do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out.
Okay.
But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Excuse me?
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Keep
Wait
waiting.
for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. but you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers. You barely even realize that you've started to drift off. Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
She's gone feral.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Oh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. The Beast. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a sensitivity. Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing? She's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Right.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Budge. 1 second.
If he doesn't remember what happened,
Voice of
then
the
something
Hunted.
else must have trapped us here.
Okay, Voice of the Hunted.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Oh yeah, last time I had to do a 2 and a 2.5 because of the fact of my video got a little too long to cut together on the PlayStation Studio thing. So I went ahead and cut down the few minutes that I was gone grabbing groceries. Things like that. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Those are two different questions. We already explored that path. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Uh-huh.
Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Huh.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
That's true.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Smell.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Okay.
Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin. Wonder how weird it's going to look this time.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. He didn't say anything about the
Because
mirror.
there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Okay.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward
And
and rub
gone.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. It was there a second ago, and now it's gone.
Let's. You know what? No, I want to see what kind of horror there is down there.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I've already made the decision.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Yep.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Okay.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Okay.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
Probably
You
eager.
carefully make your way down the stairs.
Alright.
The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
Oh.
The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Yeah.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Hi there. Sure. Okay.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Excuse me?
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Don't you hear the clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine. No. No, we are not doing that. We don't have to kill each other. You know that, right? Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Okay.
In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Oh. Hello.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
Uh-huh.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
Could run for the stairs. Sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true. Stop hiding and show yourself. We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? You could get out of here on your own. Wouldn't you have already left? We don't have to kill each other.
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
No, yeah?
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
Okay. What do you
I
want?
want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You
One
have
second.
no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Really?
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it.
Yeah, I would, but I don't feel like I'm gonna make
Is
it
that all the
there.
advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Bull crap.
She is clearly not. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot.
On the back foot.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Okay. Survive, stand still, or play dead. Really? Play dead. She can hear my heart, so it doesn't matter. Survive.
You spin into a new patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Uh-huh. I don't think I can keep this up, but why? Why do you want to kill me? Stop hiding and show yourself. I was sent to kill you because you're... How about... Run for the stairs. If I do that, she'll pounce and immediately get me. I was sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
True. But you're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
If I turn my back to her, I'll fucking die. Stay alive.
You're a little slow this time. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Yeah.
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You
Yes.
instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet, and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
But why? Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
Yeah, she wants to swallow me whole.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
That's true. Actually, no.
We're playing dead.
Yes.
It's unexpected. It could work.
Yeah.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to the ground, feigning death. She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then... silence. Only broken by the sound of your beating heart.
Yeah?
It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead?
Yes.
She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Yeah.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling.
Ah,
They
shit.
see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
I thought I'd try it.
Move, now! It's
Kind of too
for
late.
you to move. Her jaw unhinges, and she swallows you whole. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately
Maybe.
for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
'Cause she swallowed me.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Oh.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Ah.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
Yeah?
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
This is
And then it was
interesting.
gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
This is rather forceful, but okay.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Maybe?
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
Okay.
We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
You talk to the cabin. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. You can leave. Just let me go. Wait for death. I want to claw and bite, but I don't think that's the right answer. Actually, no. Let's do it.
Like the
Claw
cornered
and bite.
animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
wait for death.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do.
To you?
Your will dissolves along with your flesh. You let go and pathetically await your death, every burning second dragging on until you're reduced to a wet pile of bone and gristle.
We'll do better next time.
Uh-huh, sure.
Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. Everything goes dark, and you die.
If I die, she doesn't leave. The wild. Whoa.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Oh, huh?
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
This is weird. What the hell happened?
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third?
Yes.
That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Oh, isn't that fun? He's upset.
Fuck. The contrarian. Okay.
Of course I'm upset. The world is at stake here, as I'm sure you already know. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart. And we can be so much more still. Vast. Unfathomable.
If you really want to know what happened, we tried playing dead, and she ate us.
Sorry, I had to check what it was. All good.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Quite a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Am I just making the choices that get me into longer strings of this stuff? Yeah, I'm very confused.
Sure, being one with the princess is pretty great, but what can we even do right now? Hope we're not supposed to just passively exist like this. I did not sign up for passive existence when we faked our own death.
Wait a second. So what happened was I died inside of the princess, which eventually meant that I melded with the princess? His thing watching us, what is he? Passively exist. No, we're not doing that. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being this. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me? Right, I don't want a passive existence. I want things to... Okay. You, narrator, how do I stop her? I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and you're supposed to be something that isn't me. Whatever we are right now is an abomination, and I want out. This is how we're supposed to be. But what do we do now? I feel the pressure, the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it? Is there an explorer? Yes. What is
I'm not
he?
watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't
No, it's
know
not.
what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
Okay.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Okay. Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do you do? What do I do?
You can start by remembering that you exist, and not as some part of a Gestalt entity formed with the princess. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers.
Okay.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now? And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
Okay.
We can't
I
go
don't-
back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
No.
So petty?
I
We've
no.
been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
No, I was sent here by you.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat.
If there's a heartbeat.
Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Maybe a little peek wouldn't hurt. Aren't you curious?
Yes.
I'm curious. You should look. Never mind. If he wants to look, then I don't want to.
Shut up. Where? Gaze at the terror in your heart. Or bury it now, before it's too late. Bury it.
No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Okay. Turn inward and find your freedom. But the past does exist. I remember it.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
Okay.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too.
What?
You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be. Finally, something is happening. I honestly didn't know what to make of all this. Bit too metaphysical for me. It's hard to have a goof when you're stuck being metaphysical.
Yeah.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
I don't believe that.
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Excuse me?
And then you find yourself blade in
Whoa!
hand, exactly where you need to be.
Okay, cool.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I don't think we should kill her. It would annoy him if we didn't, right? I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
That's true.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
Never wanted to kill you. Not really, but can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him.
Okay.
His words only confuse us. Just do it. You're tired, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here. Ha! That's right. Seethe at us. I thrive on your frustration.
I am going to
didn't
have to
think
cut this
you would
short.
do that after everything.
Why?
It's so cold without you.
What? Oh! Well, that's the end of that. Okay. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Gonna have to stop it here. Thank you for watching. Leave likes, comments, whatever. Show you're enjoying it, show it you don't like it, whatever. Either way, great having this time. And I'll see you later. Bye.